Jules, pag-uusapan natin ang patungkol sa ASEAN Youth Exchange on Education. Alamin din natin kung bakit nga ba ito importante. To know more about that, let us all welcome our very special guest this morning. We have Soria, Secretary General, ASEAN Youth Leaders Association, and also we have Barallas, member ng ASEAN Youth Leaders Association. Good morning. Welcome to Good Morning, Boss. All right, to start off, what is ASEAN Youth Exchange on Education all about?
The ASEAN Youth Exchange on Education is actually a gathering of 70 of the most intellectual youth leaders in Southeast Asia. So what we're going to do is that we're going to gather them here in Manila, Philippines to talk about the most pressing issues on the field of education and innovation in Southeast Asia and provide recommendations and policy suggestions to the different ministries of education. So it's a 7-day event. Okay. Or it's a 7-day exchange. And it's going to be co-organized by CIMEO Inutec, or the Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization.
So can you give us examples, siguro, of the issues that you will be talking about dun sa ASEAN Youth Exchange on Education?
We're going to talk about a wide array of issues, like, for example, the Philippines' case on the K-12 program. Okay. Also, how we will be able to adapt to it, most especially with the coming ASEAN integration.
All right.
So,
you will focus on the innovation dun sa education sector ng ASEAN, right? So ano na bang pagkakaiba ng education sector sa iba't ibang ASEAN nations, Job?
Well, actually, we come up with that with Sustainable Development Goals. So, ano nga ba yung Sustainable Development Goals? So, na-derive siya from the Millennium Development Goals. Yes. So, before, 7 siya. Ngayon, 8. Now, it's 15. So, para mas compact yung and directly matakal yung mga issues na yun. And under the 4th Sustainable Development Goals, which is education. So dito matatarget yung pagsa-standardize ng education level among the Southeast Asian region. So nag-start na tayo last September 25 and we're targeting na ma-push nga itong K-12 system in the Philippines para ma-level with the other nations.
So besides, of course, yung K-12 na issues, for you guys, ano ba dapat yung i-prioritize natin na i-tackle dun sa event?
Okay. Isang pina-prioritize namin is, of course, to give a recommendation. Tapos, isa sa mga most pressing issues kasi that we have here, actually, it's not the most pressing issue. Isa sa mga issue that we have is yung mga students, they want to go out for exchanges. Okay. So we want to provide that opportunity. Kaso, with the calendar that we have, it's not in line with the calendar that Southeast Asia has. Because in the Philippines, like, yung summer natin is different from their summer.
Yes.
So gusto natin i-inline through that K-12 and provide more opportunities, not only for Filipino youths, para yung ibang nations, they get to know also the Filipino culture through those students that will be going out for exchanges.
So sa 7 days na nabanggit mo na mangyayari itong event na to, what are the series of activities that you will be doing?
On December 7, we're gonna have the ASEAN Night. We call it a trip with the theme, a trip to memory lane. So basically, what we're gonna do there is that we have an ASEAN Youth Village wherein yung mga delegates natin, foreign delegates, they will put up booths in the event itself to showcase culture. So we invited Filipino youths, 50 Filipino youths. We received thousands of applications and we're only getting 50. Tas sila yung parang magiging ambassadors ng Philippines. On December 8 and 9, we have the CIMEO International Conference in cooperation with CIMEO Inutec. On the 10th, we have the ASEAN Multi-Channel Dialogue. So this is the most interesting event. We invited the Foreign Minister of Cambodia, Foreign Minister of Education of Cambodia. So he's flying here on the 10th. And we have 6 embassies confirmed. 2 ambassadors are coming. And we have different sectors from the government like DepEd. We invited Brother Armin. We invited CHED. We invited Teach for the Philippines, different organizations, and the youth sector in the Philippines as well. So different student councils. On the 12th, we have on the 11th we have a free and easy with Carlos Aldran. Okay. And on the 12th we have our grand lunch. So this will be the grand lunch of Isla Philippines here in the country. So this is the first national grand lunch of Isla.
Alright, yan. So talagang 7 days na punong-puno ng mga activities. Siguro before we end our interview, let's talk about AYLA. So AYLA, ito yung ASEAN Youth Leaders Association. Sobrang dami niya ng activities, exchanges na ginagawa. Bakit nyo ginagawa to for the ASEAN Youth Leaders?
So, ang isa sa mga main advocacies namin is to promote ASEAN One community talaga. Since na gusto natin na to prepare youths for the ASEAN integration, most especially para we can integrate properly for an ASEAN One community. So isa sa mga activities natin is community building activities wherein we do events, and in the future what we want to happen is that we want to have a representation of ASEAN in the United Nations. So we want to be that first organization now who will be able to voice out the voice of ASEAN youths.
All right, so before we end, si Jove naman, would you like to invite our viewers?
I would like to invite everyone this coming December 7 until the 13th to join the ASEAN Youth Exchange of ASEAN Youth Leaders Association. And
Alright.
it's free for all. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. That was Neil Soria, Secretary General ng ASEAN Youth Leaders Association, and Joe Barallas, member ng ASEAN Youth Leaders Association.
Ayan, so ang ganda naman ginagawa nila for the ASEAN Youth Leaders na yan. So sana talagang patuloy na lumaki pa yung organization nila for the ASEAN Youth.